By the time she reached her compound, Ego was back to her usual self, her heels clacking loudly. She hissed as she passed Chinedu, "Lazy youth. Some of us are coming back from work while you're just sitting there." Inside her room, she dropped her bag loudly and shouted, "This compound is so dirty. I need to move out before their poverty starts following me." Later that evening, while washing her red high heels, Mama Eba walked past and looked at her suspiciously. "Ego, you said you work in a bank, right? I saw someone who looked just like you today in the market, hawking water." Ego swallowed hard, but laughed and said, "A whole banker like me? God forbid." Mama Eba just smiled, shook her head, and walked away. As soon as Mama Eba left, Ego muttered, "This woman will not be the end of me one day. I must be extra careful and avoid her in that market." But she didn't know what was coming for her soon. It was a quiet night, with stars blinking softly in the sky. The whole compound was dark except for a small yellow bulb at the end of the corridor. Inside her small room, Ego was sweating. The power was out again. She tied her old wrapper across her chest, carried a bucket of water, and wore a gown that had seen better days. As usual, she hissed loudly as she walked out, "This compound is so hot. I don't know how you poor people survive here." Everyone was quiet. People had already fetched water and were waiting for their turn to use the bathroom. Ego dropped her bucket and sat down, fanning herself with a plastic plate. Then something caught her eye. Near her window, something was lying on the ground. It was a dirty black bag, and inside was the head of a smoked fish. Ego screamed, "Jesus, see what my enemies have done." She jumped into the middle of the compound, shouting with her arms raised to the sky, "They want to kick me out of this compound. Why me?" People started creeping out of their homes, one by one, their faces a mixture of confusion and annoyance. One of her neighbors cracked open her door and asked, "Ego, what is it again this time?" Ego's voice rose to a fever pitch, "Ask them all. Ask these witches and wizards I'm living with." She pointed a trembling finger towards her window. "Why is there a smoked fish head sitting on my windowsill? Are they trying to use me for a sacrifice or what?" The air grew thick with tension as everyone stared, first at Ego, then at the mysterious fish head. What could it possibly mean? To find out what happens next, make sure you follow our channel for the rest of the story. You won't want to miss it.